Hey guys, James Wolf here, and today is a new Nancy Drew series. I currently can't see if I'm recording, so yeah, I'm gonna have to be right back with you guys. Oh, I'm good. Let's get into it. I should say, this is The Secret of the Old Clock. I didn't think I would be able to record this, but with a little bit of wizardry and screen recording, with recording my entire fucking screen, I was able to do it, thankfully. Let's jump right in. Yeah, I didn't have a game.
Welcome to my latest case.
So.
The year 1930. The place, the road to Titusville, where we find Nancy Drew behind the wheel of her blue roadster, pondering this question. Why did Emily Crandall, a girl whom Nancy knows only through their mutual friend Helen Corning, ask Nancy to drive all the way out to the Lilac Inn to see her? Does it have something to do with the fact that Emily's mother died barely a month earlier, leaving Emily to run the restaurant with only her guardian to help her? And more important, why, when she called, did Emily sound so desperate? The spunky teenager turns off the main road, blissfully unaware that Emily isn't all that awaits her at the end of the driveway. No, Nancy Drew is about to get her first taste of the mystery, intrigue, and adventure that are to become her destiny.
And by the way, if you're wondering what type of vehicle or the style of vehicle, this style. This curvy, classic, and you can tell from a mile away that it's I'm just kind of lining these up so I have them ready and raring to go. And that way I don't really have to do much work, just swap them around a little bit and be good. There we go. There we go. Okay, cool. Zippy gas. Titusville roadmap. Okay.
Drop a nickel into the slot, please.
Yeah, this is a payphone, by the way. Not that bullshit
Hello. There we go. Now, how may I be of service?
I'd like to talk to Carson Drew. His number is KL57187.
Hang on a minute.
Carson Drew speaking.
Hi, Dad.
Well, I see you got to Titusville okay.
The car ran like a top.
It ought to. That's a fine car. You treat it well, it'll treat you well. Listen, as it turns out, I just called there and left a message for you to call me.
You did?
I need to get some documents from a colleague over there. I thought since you were in the area, you could pick them up, save him paying postage.
Sure. What's the address?
He said he'd just leave them for you at the telegraph office. Just drive into town and look for Tubby Telegrams. He said you can't miss it.
Will do.
These papers are extremely important, Nancy.
I will pick them up, Dad.
Good. Remember, watch your gas gauge and get gas when you're low so you don't run out. And try to avoid potholes. The more you hit, the likely it is you'll wind up with a flat.
Yes, Dad.
And if you do get a flat, take it off and put on your spare, and then head straight to a gas station and get it fixed.
Yes, Dad.
All right, lecture over. Have you found out why Miss Crandall asked you to visit?
Before I do this, he acts as if we've never driven a car before, and yes, it's 1930, but, oh, by the way, Prohibition just ended. Woohoo! Let's have a swig.
I wanted to call you first.
You've done your daughterly duty, now go see Emily, and after that,
I know. Pick up those documents.
that's my girl.
Goodbye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Cat. I like the cat carved into the wall. Frozen.
Well,
Oh, there we
hello.
go.
I'll bet my bloomers you're Nancy Drew.
Why the fuck would you bet your bloomers?
Emily told me your name.
I'm Jane Willoughby. I'm Emily's guardian, but only for the next 3 months until she turns 18. Then she's on her own.
It smells like someone's been baking pies.
Pies are the Lilac Inn specialty. We get orders from all over. Oh, that reminds me, your father called. You're supposed to call him. You can use the coin phone on the porch.
I already talked to him, but thanks for the message.
Emily didn't say anything about you coming until just this morning.
She didn't?
Don't get me wrong, she can invite anybody here she wants. It's just that she's gotten so darn forgetful lately.
I love the animation style because I've been playing some of the newer ones, and this is... Give me a second here. I was leaning on my big-ass binder of Nancy Drew games. Yeah. Lick my finger, do that. It was with... There we go. This is number 12, I believe. Not 100% sure. Give me a second. I've got a booklet. Yes, number 12. And I've played all the way up to 25, which is the newest one I have. And it's amazing how far the animations have come.
Maybe she's just, still thinking about her mom.
She misses her mom, that's for sure. So do I. Gloria and me, we were best friends, you know? The two of us ran this swell little dress shop over in Capital City. But then she got hitched and I didn't. And the next thing I know, she's writing me saying it would sure take a load off her mind if I could take care of her little girl should something ever happen to her.
Emily's father...
Died in the war. Cantigny, I think. Anyway, I couldn't say no. I mean, what are best friends for? I just wish I knew how to help Emily.
You make it sound like she's in some kind of trouble.
She's been acting so... Look, go talk to her. She probably just needs to spend some time with a bear cat like you instead of some dumb Dora like me. Go on up, she's in her room. Just make like a Boy Scout and be prepared.
Thanks. Hobo sign language becomes widespread. Hit the road. A kind woman lives here. This is the one that's carved on the outside of the building. I like this kind of music. It's very nice and calming.
Looks like I need to get the bird from
Yes.
one side to the other.
There we go.
Wonder what this mirror's doing in here.
It's for something later, Nancy. I love that puzzle because it's so simplistic, and yet it took me several attempts to get it done the first time when I first played this game. I love the sewing machine. I love everything about the 30s. It was just such simpler times.
Nancy, hi. Welcome to the Lilac Inn. Oh, and before I forget, thank you for that nice note you sent me when Mom died. It meant a lot to me.
Well, I lost my mom too, years ago. I kind of know how you feel.
You and I may not be best friends or anything, but you're still one of the nicest people I know.
Well, thank you.
That's why I'm hoping you'll do me a favor, a big favor. You and your dad.
What kind of favor?
Shh!
What's wrong?
I thought I heard something. Your father has a safe, right?
It's this is 1930, sweet cheeks. Lots of people have safes. Oh God, if I lived back in the 1920s and 30s, by the way, I would more than likely be running booze. But yeah. And I would have a safe. One of the first purchases I would make after an automobile would be a safe.
This is 1930. Lots of people have safes.
See this jewelry? I'd like you to take it home with you and put it in your father's safe.
It's beautiful.
It was my mother's. The few times I saw her wear it, she looked just like a movie star.
If I was Nancy,
hiding it here in my room, but all things considered, I'd feel a lot better if you would just take it home and have your father lock it up in his safe.
If I was Nancy, the minute she asked me to do that, I would have walked over, went to hug her, slipped the jewelry box into my coat, and that way it would be gone. But Emily wouldn't know where it is.
What about your guardian? Can't she take care of it?
Oh, I don't want her to know I'm doing this, so don't tell her, all right? See, strange things have been going on around here. That's all I can say. I know it sounds loony, and Jane probably told you that I've been acting loony, but please do this for me.
Gunshot?
What was that?
Emily, come downstairs, quick! The kitchen's on fire!
Come on, we better get out of here.
I would have grabbed the jewelry before leaving the room. So that's just me.
This is horrible, just horrible! The fire chief says the stove was completely destroyed and there's smoke damage everywhere. The inn will have to shut down for months, maybe even for good.
Does he know what caused the explosion?
It looked to him like one of the burners on the stove had been left on. The flame either went out or was never lit, but anyway, something made a spark and boom. He said insurance companies are very reluctant to pay out when things look hinky, and that's when times are good.
I love how she's talking about it either went out or was never lit. Having to light the stove is a common thing back then, because it was. Stoves back then didn't have a spark that you turn the knob to the light position, it goes tick, 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 and lights the flame. No. You had to strike a match, hold it to the gas, turn the gas on, or hold it to the burner, turn the gas on, light it, and put the match out. Or if you were lucky enough to have long dowels, you'd light a match, light the dowel, and do it that way, safe away from the flames.
Who was in the kitchen this morning?
Emily was the last person to use the stove. Like I said, she's been real forgetful lately. I think she's pretty upset, but it's not her fault. What with her mom passing away barely a month ago, and me showing up, this total stranger who doesn't know the first thing about kids or running a restaurant, and her trying to do everything all by herself. It's just too much, that's all. Who wouldn't go a little off their nut? I better get that. The line to the regular phone got burned up in the fire, so now the only phone we got is the coin phone on the porch. Excuse me.
Oh, no!
Emily?
I love how this waits until after the conversation with Jane.
My mother's jewelry! It's gone! Someone must have stolen it while we were all downstairs. I knew something like this was going to happen. I just knew it.
And that's why I would have put it in my coat immediately.
Jane said that you were the last one to use the stove. Is that true?
I did not leave the stove on. That fire was not my fault. Oh, what am I going to do? Without that jewelry, I don't have a prayer of paying for a new stove. And without a stove, I'll have to sell the inn. And if I lose the inn... I wish Mom were still here. I wish Josiah Crowley had left us the money like he always said he was going to. That's what I wish.
Who's Josiah Crowley?
He was this old man that lived next door. He died last year. He spent most of his time here at the inn, and he led my mom and me to believe that he'd left a lot of money for us in his will. He gave us a clock, and afterwards, he'd always point to it and get this little twinkle in his eye and say, "Time will tell." But when they finally found his will, he didn't leave us a penny.
Did he have any family?
No, he always said Mom and I were his family. Josiah was kind of a screwball. One time he showed up at my birthday party dressed as my great-aunt Harriet. I didn't know it was really him until 2 days later. Anyway, he had all these weird hobbies, and he always thought it would be really keen to read minds. Josiah invited Richard Topham to move in so Topham could help him develop his paranormal powers right there in his house. Josiah was a sweet old man, and I do miss him. And he was free to give his money to whomever he wanted. But to get our hopes up like that, and then leave us nothing, it just wasn't like him.
That's because I believe he originally had left you a rather large chunk of change. But when Richard Topham moved in, he found the original will and sort of changed things. I don't know. I'm guessing completely on this one because I haven't ever completed this game. Unlike all the other Nancy Drew games, which I've completed several times, I have not completed this one once.
I'll be back in a little bit.
You're the bee's knees.
I love when that was a saying! Oh my god! Well, the first things I'm doing is I'm going to get that paperwork for that. Or Carson, I should say.
That car I saw before is gone.
Actually, let's do the mouse. I love how it starts you off with a full tank of gas. Like, yeah, people drive a couple hundred miles and then stay with a full tank. Especially back in 1930.
Something I can do for you?
Well, my name's Nancy Drew, and my father said
Say no
that...
more. You're here to pick up some papers. They're in that envelope.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Say, is that your roadster out there?
Yes, it is. Did I park somewhere I shouldn't have?
No, it's just that my regular driver never showed up today, so I've got no way to deliver all these telegrams. How would you like to earn some extra cash?
You mean you want me to deliver them for you?
You've got a car, you're trustworthy, or at least your father thinks you are, so what do you say? I'll pay you 25 cents each time you complete a delivery. And you might even get some tips.
Okay, sure.
Great, you're hired. Here, deliver this to Seymour out at Blenheim Nursery. Come back when you're done and I'll pay you and give you another telegram to deliver.
Great. See you in a little while.
You see Nancy's coin purse here. She's got $3.45. So just for a scale here, a Cadillac, at least the one I looked up, which was, I forget. I like to do this. Pull around to go out.
Hello, I've got a telegram for Seymour.
Just leave it on the desk there. I'd tip you, but as you can see, my hands are filthy.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to doll up some of my plants before this guy named Mr. Martin comes in. He's a big cheese at some oil company, and I'm hoping he... Ow!
Did that plant just bite you?
It did kind of feel that way.
I think I'll be going now. Bye.
Cadillac, I forget which one, but back in the day, it was like $3,400. So $3 was a lot of money back then.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Take this to Counselor Alice out at Camp Avondale. Keep up the good work.
And I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go this way, and then when we reach...
Got it. Looks like someone recently had a key appraised.
don't know that. So, the Topham School for the Study and Development of Paranormal Powers. Oh my God. Before we go and meet Mr. Topham, I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and as always, come on. There we go. I shall catch you guys in the next video. Have a great, wonderful day.